Doing a live here on YouTube, and I thought to myself, I said, I'm going to start doing live so I'm real and raw. I am trying to teach people not to hold back in their life, to escape all mediocrity. And yet, I'm not doing it myself yet. I just had a conversation with a salesperson that is a coaching client of mine, and 34 years old, and we're talking. She said, I'm struggling. Everything I'm doing. I said, why do you think it is? And she said, I don't know. And the answer to that is, if you did know, why are you struggling? And I'm asking myself the same thing as I'm walking along. I go, why am I holding back on this 2035 worldpeace.org that I am so serious about? I will die for it and buy it. And I said, why am I holding back and letting people know the truth about themselves, who they really are, and that we're afraid of that. That's what we're afraid of, our greatness. We're afraid of who God created us to be. And that is not only for the people who are struggling, but it's also for the very successful, because when you get up to the top of those mountains that I've been up to many, many times, and then you say, well, what is this? Why am I here? What am I going to do with this? And it's so enjoyable, having a lot of fun and everything else that goes with success, and being able to, achieve things. But then you go, what's the next thing? So until we really come to grips that there's no separation of anything in life. You can't put God in a box, and your business in a box, and your marriage in a box, and a sex in a box, your habits in a box, and we have all these boxes instead of saying it's all one. And until we really learn how to escape illusions of this and illusions of that. And I did out of A Course in Miracles a few days back, look it up, labeling, that we're more than labels that we put. I tried it that morning when I was doing that lesson and spending 3 hours in there and putting that together. And that day I was so charged up, getting ready to start my day. And we're going to a marketing meeting. I'm talking to my marketing person. I'm saying, wow, so as we get going, I said, today I want to try and mark down every time I use a label. Do you know I couldn't get through the first hour of that marketing meeting? And I realized I put, I forget what it was. We counted them. It's like saying, count my ums. Well, it was like 16, I think, in 1 hour. So anyway, be real, be who you really are, not who you made, not who the world made, not your programming made, but who you were sent here as. And that's what we have to tap. And the only way you tap that is truly to understand that your soul, that mind, will, and emotions that don't go away, not the body, not that which is going to pass away, but what you were sent here with. You've got to learn to really seek for that, because that's who you are. You were sent here with all that your heart desires, and that is love and peace. We just want to be loved. We just want to be significant. We just want to be enough. And we just are so tired of conflict. And yet that peace is there. It's waiting on us. Go to 2035worldpeace.org. Make that commitment. Make a comment here if you do that, because it's for you first. And that idea of soul intelligence, like being like your thumbprint physically and being like your DNA physically, you've got to embrace this. Do I want to live in love and full of love, and love for everything I do, love for everything I don't do, love for all the struggles, love for everything else? Your love it covers all things. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning. I stayed there to my desk until 5 o'clock, and not 1 minute of regret, only because I'm operating out of love. Now, during that time, absolutely. Throughout the day, there's how I'm going, what am I doing? Well, I know what I'm doing. And so when you start getting to that point, now one of the struggles I'm having is I keep challenging myself. I'm going to be 72 in September, and I keep saying, how would I have reached the 55-year-old me? Climbing the mountains, accomplishing anything I wanted to accomplish, accumulating millions of dollars of net worth. How would I have reached that person? And I have to come to the conclusion, I couldn't have, with what I'm doing and with what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. And so that's my passion for the next, my clock. You may not be familiar with this. I have a clock called the Twisdomology clock. And for every 5 minutes on the clock, there's 6 years. I'm sorry, going over the bridge. It's loud. For every 5 minutes on the clock, there's 6 years. So 72. September 29th, that thing is going to strike 72 for me. That's when we have to come to the conclusion that we should have been able to master wisdom. And that's a Twisdomology clock. Time and wisdom working together, truth and wisdom. So join me, 2035, world peace, to really be true to who God made you. Nothing else. And if I don't care how successful you are, been there, done that. If you have 1 ounce of conflict in your life, 1 ounce of, not knowing, what it's all about and what you're all about and your relationships are all about and your family's all about, why you are here in exactly this point of time, then you need to tap that beautiful soul of yours, dig into that soul intelligence, because yours is totally different than all 8 billion other people, and yet we're all one. Isn't that amazing? So this beautiful person, this soul, I told her, I said, dig deep in your soul. Don't say, I don't know. If you did know, what would it be? And that is, you don't know who you are. Bottom line. How magnificent you were made. We were not made for mediocrity. We just were not made for mediocrity in every single moment. Every second is a brand new second. Just now, another new one. So, blessings, my friend. Make it a terrific weekend. And I'm going to try and beat these black clouds on this Friday afternoon walk. I had about 75 hours of great creativity time this week. And I'm so glad you're here on this channel. If you're listening to me, please go to 2035, worldpeace.org, and let me know that you're going to make that commitment. 2 minutes a day, just 2 simple questions. Thank you. First time I did a live, and I'm going to try and figure this out here. What do I hit to end this thing? Let's see. Let's see here. What do I hit to end this thing? Okay. All right, let me see here. Where are we? I'm going to try it.